The Great West.
Right. God's country, in when you go pre-biblical, God's country is where the Son of Man always returned. Right? And so they tried to mix the people with the people of the land and tell the people of the land they was not from here, and were shipped over here on ships from Africa so that the people feel no link and no connection to the land. Therefore, when it's time to close the contract, there's nobody willing to close the contract.
Nobody knows.
Because don't nobody know that this they shit. But if one of us figure it out, that all of us don't need to, he can close the contract.
That's why you're ringing the alarm right now?
Yeah, so the contract closed July the 4th, 2019. That was it. It was over with. All we doing now was trying to get the people to snap out of the slumber and see that the gig is up and the party is over. The contract is over. So we didn't ever have a problem. The colonizers went into the motherland the same as they came in over here in God's country. Right? They had no regard for God's people and God's country and God's children. Right? So they slaughtered them only because they was righteous, and they only wanted to do what was right by everybody else. They don't need any other reason to dislike you. Right? They dislike you because they can't make you do what they want you to do.
They can't control you.
Now, they tell you you God, but they won't never tell you how to do God shit. You see, because they don't ever want you to know that you already know how to do God shit. If you use yourself as the first frame of reference, you begin to see things from a God's point of view. That's why they teach us to look outside of ourselves for all of the answers. I don't read history books as history. I read them as a tarot card told in a story form. Because I can't take sides with any of that shit, but I got to know the energies that was at play. And the energies are repeating energies. And once you can see them repeating, you can about sync them like a metronome. Click, clock, click, clock, click, clock. Right. And once you got them timed, you can see them every time they popping up. You know when they coming.
They have a rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but not to cut you off, but I didn't get my question off. I wanted to relate. You know, you were talking about the seahorses and whatnot. Are they? You know, because all right, you know, we say that the dolphins are our cousins, our ancestors, and the mami wata are. You know, so I was trying to see, is there some kind of linkage in there? Because you talking about we from the 19th and they're from the 119th. And the same galactic family. So I was trying to see, because I know certain things based on my mythology and, you know, pantheon, deities and things like that.
Right. So the dolphin is how they got in here. They hitched a ride with the dolphin, but nobody knew they was coming. The dolphin not from here either. Right. And the dolphin is from the same constellation as what we call the Syrians. Right. So these were, when they came to Earth, they was great swimmers. We called them right, the Nomos. And they would rather be in the water. If you go to South Africa right now, in some of West Africa, they have these tribes where the boys hold their breath for extended periods of time underwater fishing with no scuba gear. These are those clans.
You should see them, bro. They die from like incredible.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Right. So this is those tribes, though, because they lived out of the water. And this is a lot of what the Asians around the border towns, they had taught them how to hunt and fish from the seas because they were starving to death on the ocean, you know. So when you go back, you look in Japan, you'll find Ainu, the Ainu people.
Yeah.
That's the ancient royal families of Japan, right? Then you got your Tans, your Hans, your Huns, right? All these different tribes of royal families from Asia, but most of them were browns, heavily melanated with straight hair. About our complexion with straight hair, right? And some of them had big locks and curls, almost looked Sicilian, right? And what we seeing on TV today, that's only a small cross section of the entirety of Asia, as what we call
The propaganda.
the pale skinned Chinese. Those are just the ones that amalgamated with the Romans.
Yeah. They said they're mostly dark, like especially if you go to Japan, go in the mountains.
Yeah.
The monks that come out of caves and whatnot, they are
All
black.
you gotta do is look them up. Ainu, Ainu.
Yeah.
Right, and that tribe named after Anu because that's the tribe of what they call the Golden Dragon. That's the Golden Dragon clan. Right, the Green Dragon clan is from the southern portion. The Red Dragon clan, no, the Green Dragon is from the northern portion. The Red Dragon is from the southern portion. And the Black Dragon comes from the continent of Africa. The Black Dragon clan was the clan that was subverted by the Etruscans when they got here. Those were the ones that they were trying to play hot potato to keep out of what you call the rulership seat or the primate seat or the pharaoh seat, depending on how you want to look at it. But at the close of the age, Big Mama always got somebody gonna come through and tell everybody exactly what happened and who did it. It's just that this time, unfortunately for me, it was me.
Nigga say unfortunately.
Look, I had the life I wanted, doing what I wanted to do. Big Mama needed me to do this. And when Big Mama needs you to do something, the women in your life gonna make sure it get done. You know? And that's just all it is too. And I don't care what their ethnic background is. Big Mama can move all of the women through mitochondria. Right?
You watch anime, dog?
Yep.
Man, there's this show called Attack of the Titans.
Yep.
And based on the spinal fluid, the cerebral spinal fluid, they become titans. But
that's the sacred secretion they talking about, the Christ liquid.
But there's levels to the titan tree. And then, but you talking about the mitochondria. There's a level where the ultimate titan, she can wake up everybody with just a stomp.
That's Isis. That's Isis in our history, also known as Inanna. Yeah, so a lot of the anime tell more of our secrets than any other form of media out. Right? You could find out all of the conjure. Now when you remember here's the key to the anime. It's the same as with the X-Men. Every one of those is a psychic ability extremely exaggerated. If you want to know the real ability, tone it down. Right? So if they moving with...
Oh, yeah, we're going to be live on YouTube right now. We rolling like it's stolen, baby. We back in the game again, young other gang. It don't stop. It don't quit. We live in the building with the brother Rod Hayes. He get his mic set up right now. Oh, yeah. Get him in here and let him know we live. We back again. Question and answer class, baby. Hey, close my door, Hakeem. We live again.
Can you hear me, Elder?
Yep. I'm trying to get that thumbnail loaded up. All right, so your questions and answers are stimulated around the stuff that we already talked about.
It don't matter. Open Q&A, whatever they want to ask.
Open Q&A, baby. We live, we lit. All right, we put this right here for to be good. Hold on, let me get this thumbnail put up on this joint. The black hand, baby. The Jewish Defense League. The Jewish Defense League. Oh, I got a couple questions too, Brother Rod.
We'll start with your questions, and that'll
yeah, okay, all right, because my shit is fire, man. I'm telling you, my shit is fire. Hold on, I'm setting it up right now. This right here for to be good. Y'all better get on up in here.
I'm finna pause for a minute to go to the lab downstairs where I can.
Go ahead. Wait. By the time you come back, I'll have it set up. I'm gonna keep it warmed up. Give them time to get
here. I'm still on here because you know I'm on the move, so you don't have to see the camera on just yet.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah, we told y'all. It don't stop, it don't quit, baby. We know the ancestors are moving extremely fast right now. The planet's speeding up. Time, what they call in time, is speeding up. I don't look at it as time. I look at it as electromagnetic frequency that's be on a belt that's moving throughout the universe. And it's like that light, because light, when you record with a camera, light is how you record that frequency. And then that frequency is stored by way of magnetism on crystals and a laser type technology. Some advanced shit. I got like another tape coming out tomorrow called Ancient Kemet is Wakanda. That shit's gonna be like, man, when I tell you that shit's gonna be lit. All right, we got the chat, man. So look, I'm gonna post the brother Rod Hayes Cash App in the links. If you want to send the brother some love, we got this Cash App in the links. Also, as well, this is a Q&A, a live Q&A, man. They tell you, with the legendary Rod Hayes. So any question you got, make sure you drop it in the chat, man. We're gonna get that question for you. We're gonna get that question going for you. So we're gonna get ready to start with my questions. As soon as we get we got 100 people up in this joint. That's about enough right there to rock this joint, man. That's about enough right there.
Telling people that we answering questions.
Yeah. So the first question we got for you, Brother Rod Hayes, is how long do we got until everything that we've been talking about, how I know we're down to seconds till this devil get took out of here. How long do we got till the devil is completely removed? Is it counting on us, what we do, as far as what I'm thinking? How long do we got until this devil is really off our back? This monkey is off our back. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't have an exact date because it's based on critical mass of awareness. If we don't have critical mass of awareness, the devil gonna stay there torturing us. That's what it's based on, Elder. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. That's fire. That's a fire answer. That's the same thing I was thinking. Critical is based on the minds. We as a people, we still we still deal with the devil shit. You know what I'm saying? His money. It's really his money. Some of his chemicals and his food and his language. And we're always gonna keep the English language because we earned it, right? But I'm saying,
no, we're not. We're gonna be moving to Nuwapu.
That's right.
We're gonna be speaking Nuwapic on the land. The language is being updated as we speak.
That's right. That's why that brother, man, look, the ancestors sent that brother, Naya Malachi. I just did a tape with him. On the language. He's teaching the language fluently, teaching the language, man. So, man.
Yeah, the language is very important because what we under now, and this is why critical awareness is important. We are under something called a unum sanctum papal bull. Unum mean one, sanctum is a sanctuary, and the papal bull is the order. But the unum sanctum is the power grid that they control with money magic. They control it with blood magic. They control it with sex magic. And as long as we don't have control of our personal energy, because, okay, so imagine a nuclear power plant that got a bad nuclear reactor and is leaking.
Okay.
That's our state when we are acting under the unum sanctum. We like leaking Tesla coils, just spitting electricity randomly. No self-control, no understanding of the self, scared to do the shadow work because we got to face our shadow self. And we more fearful of our shadow self than we could possibly imagine, because they told us over so many generations that anybody did shadow work was evil. So the awareness kicks in the 100 monkey effect. The 100 monkey effect is the survival instincts of a species. That's why, if you notice, when I first started 3 years ago, it was only a handful of people trying to tell us we was organic to the land, or autochthons, or
right,
indigenous, or natives, whatever term they want to choose to use. But we knew we was already here, but we didn't really know how to put the puzzle together. Now that I've been saying it, the more I say it, the more people become aware, the more people become independently aware, and that's what we're trying to do. The more people that become independently aware, based on the awareness of the people we affect with these questions and answers, with these lectures, with these, let's go pull up the receipts. The more people that we make aware, they become a charging station for the people around them, even though they appear to be dead mentally at the time. You get it?
Yep.
All right, the next question we got for you, brother. I got to do it in my Sonetta voice. The next question we got for you, brother.
All right. So, when the United States, we know the United States has been put out of business. So now, who's taking over that business? Is it us? Is it the mixed Indian, the one that was on the channel staking his totem pole, or is it the black Nubian, more Washita people taking over? How's the exchange happening? The reset, how's it going to happen?
Everybody got to be represented at the council. The Council of Elders has already been picked. The Council of Elders will consist of an elder, even though you might not know they related to you at the time. But it's the most loved, most respected person out of each of the family trees is the how you determine who the elders is. When you're looking for a council of elders, you go to all of the ones that's most loved, most respected across the land, and then you start building your council of elders if they are loved and respected by you. All of the ones who ain't doing shit, Joe Jesse Jackson, Joe Al Sharpens, and motherfuckers like that, they just trying to uphold that secret blood oath so they don't get their goddamn head chopped off. But sad to say that if them niggas don't bump straight, they gonna have to see them motherfuckers that they don't want to see. And they know what I'm talking about too, if they listening. The only ones that been doing their job in the last 25 years has been Claude Anderson. Well, you know, Bobby got sick, but Claude Anderson, Bobby Hemmett, my man that wrote The Debt, last name Robinson. I forgot his first name. I keep mixing him up with a guy I went to school with. I think his name Randall Robinson, wrote The Debt. Then you got Farrakhan. Like a lot of people, like they want to take his face off the mural. Good riddance, motherfucker. You come take it down with your bad ass. If you want it off there, you come take it off, because you don't even understand what the fuck you saying, calling him a divisive figure. And he the only one been speaking up for the poor white trash out of all of the black leaders. Don't none of them speak up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody speak up for poor white trash. Baba had a community forum where they could set up their own community, and he give them the program and education. But Farrakhan actually is one of the few people that speak up about the poor white trash, as they call it. So the critical awareness is is all of these things being met. So when we take over, we in continuity of government FEMA document. For the ones that don't know where we at in the greater scheme, we've been in the FEMA document almost a year now. Well, really, it's been longer than that, ever since Trump left office. We've been under continuity of government, and the whole Sleepy Joe thing is just a whole stage show for the ones who ain't woke yet.
We got another question for you, brother. A question from the chat, from Mrs. Potter. She says, okay, let's go back to the one she said. How can I open my pineal gland?
Your pineal gland is open on its own. You just got to do your shadow work. Right now, the UVBs, UVAs, the ultraviolet rays coming from the sun right now affecting the Earth's grid. The Earth has something called the ionosphere, which is a heavily static electrically charged field around the Earth. And when these UVB rays or the ultraviolet rays go through the magnetosphere, it converts them and it answers a whole bunch of questions and it begins to work on you. So the pointers that I give people is clean your fucking filters. Your filters is your liver. Your filter is your kidneys. Your filter is your intestines. Them your main filters. Your secondary filter is the lymphatic system. And then you have to do a heavy metal cleanse. All this stuff I actually done. So once you do that, by the time you start getting through the cleansing process, you should notice some significant changes in everything from your breathing to your diet. Everything is going to gradually change on its own. Like people say, I'm